until you sit your marine radio exam. My aim is to make this process as smooth and painless as possible. You can make the process smooth for yourself and gain a pass by carefully watching this video. While an online exam takes a bit of setting up, it sure beats driving to a centre, sitting in a room and getting home late. Ideally, you'll have two devices, a phone for Zoom and a computer, laptop, or if necessary, another phone for answering the questions. But if you've just got one device, that's okay. 3 things to do a day or so before the exam. Create your aXcelerate account, set up Zoom on your phone, and print your radio picture. To create an account in aXcelerate, just click the link emailed to you by the Office of Maritime Communications and follow the instructions. This link usually arrives the day before the exam, so if you haven't got it a couple of days prior, don't panic. If you don't already have Zoom on your phone or computer, download it from the app or Play Store and create a free account. Finally, follow the links in your onboarding email to upload your ID and to download and print the appropriate VHF or HF radio picture. Now that's a few less things to do on exam day. A quick note before we go further, this is a closed book exam. You can't have anyone in the room with you and no notes or post-its are permitted. You will be required to show that the room is clear of these with your camera before the exam begins. So make sure your exam space is set up that way ahead of time. Well, get yourself ready 15 minutes before the exam is scheduled to begin. Start on your computer by logging in to aXcelerate. You'll see a screen with your exam type, either Short Range or Long Range Operator Certificate of Proficiency. Underneath it, you'll see Assessments to Do 2 in a small tab. You'll also see it on the side of the screen. Click one of these. You'll now see 2 assessments, Observation and Online. Click Online. You'll see a page with details of the multiple choice test and a long page of instructions. At the bottom is a button that says Start Attempt 1 of 1. Do not click this until I tell you to start.
Do not click it.
Now if you don't see that button at the bottom of the page, don't panic. Depending on how your exam is set up, it only becomes visible 10 minutes or so before the scheduled start time. So you'll just reload the page 10 minutes before your exam is due to start. Well, that's it for aXcelerate for now. Don't do anything else until I tell you with aXcelerate. Now, fire up Zoom on your phone or on your computer. Click the Zoom link or button in the email that you were sent and that will open the meeting. Then press Join and wait in the waiting room until the meeting starts. The main thing to be aware of in Zoom is that if you can't see the icons along the bottom, just tap the screen. During the exam, you'll need to use one of these icons to get to the chat function. It's the 3rd icon along the bottom. You'll also find buttons here for turning your camera and sound on and off. The exam has 2 parts, the online multiple choice quiz and the observation. When instructed by me, click Start Attempt 1 of 1 and work your way through the questions, clicking Save and Next after each answer. On the side tab, you'll see all the questions listed. You can go back and check your answers and make any necessary changes by clicking on the question numbers. A timer is displayed in the top right corner, 30 minutes for the SROCP and 60 minutes for the Long Range LROCP. So use this time wisely and double check all your answers before submitting, though most people take about half the allocated time, so there's no stress or rush. Once you're happy with your answers, click Submit Assessment in the bottom right corner. Once selected, you'll not be able to go back into the assessment or update your answers. As soon as you submit your assessment, you'll see your result. The second part is the observation. We do this after you completed the multiple choice, one-on-one in what Zoom call a breakout room. I'll take the first person to finish first, then I'll take you in the order in which you registered for the exam, and I'll post that order in the chat. When it's your turn, an invitation will appear on the screen for you to click to join me in the breakout room. For the observation, you need the radio picture you downloaded and printed from your onboarding email. It can be in black and white or colour, it doesn't matter. There are 5 practical questions, and I want to walk you through each one carefully now so that you pass this section of the exam. Well, first you need to tell me how you operate a radio. I'll ask, how do you turn the radio on, adjust the volume, set the channel for the initial call, reduce background noise, and set the transmission power. So for VHF, turn the volume knob to switch the unit on, then turn it to halfway for a comfortable volume. Push the up or down arrows to get to channel 16. Turn the squelch knob until you hear background noise and then back it off just enough to stop the noise. Pressing the HL button toggles between high and low power. For HF, push the power button and turn the volume to halfway. Turn the CH dial to the appropriate channel. Channels 1 to 6 are the calling and emergency channels. Then press Tune to tune the antenna. The squelch is automatic, but can be turned on and off with F, then 2. Power is set to low, mid or high with F, then 7, 8 or 9, and we'll start with low power. All right, question 2. I'll ask, how do you make a DSC Distress Alert? You'll tell me to lift the flap, then press and hold the button for 4 seconds. That's it. That's all I need to know. Question 3 is on dual watch. I'll ask, how do you set a VHF unit for dual watch with a working channel of channel 12? On this unit, select your working channel, which is 12, then hold the F function key and 1, which has dual on it. For the next 2 questions, I'll give you a scenario and you will make the appropriate call. Don't just read back the scenario, take that information and make the call. I'll give you a couple of goes if you make a mistake, but if it's just a little fumble, remember to use the proper radio procedure and say, correction. So, here's the first scenario. Your yacht Boomer, MMSI 503069310, is in distress. You've lost steerage. You're 200 metres southeast of Lakes Entrance Bar. You've got 2 people on board and are drifting to the breakwall. Well, your call and message should go like this. Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. This is Boomer, Boomer, Boomer. MMSI 503069310. Mayday, Boomer 503069310. We are 200 metres southeast of Lakes Entrance Bar. We've lost steerage and are drifting to the breakwall. We have 2 POB. Over. All right, now a few things to remember. It's Mayday 3 times, your vessel name 3 times, and the MMSI. You can give the MMSI after each vessel name, but it's not necessary. Then, and this is what 50% of people forget, Mayday, vessel name, MMSI again. Next, you give your location, then other information, and always end with over. Speak slowly and use the correct number pronunciation. And the final observation is to log on. For this, you can use Boomer or your own vessel name and your own local coastal station if you prefer. This is a back and forth role play. I'll know who you're calling and your call sign from your initial call. So here's the scenario that you'll be given. Log into Marine Radio Victoria. Your current location is Eagle Point Boat Ramp. You have 4 POB and you're heading to Seal Rocks for the day. Your ETR back at Eagle Point Boat Ramp is 1700 hours. So the role play will go something like this. Marine Radio Victoria, this is Boomer. Boomer wishing to log on, over. Boomer, this is Marine Radio Victoria, please go to channel 19, over. Boomer, this is Marine Radio Victoria on 19, please go ahead with your logon details, over. Marine Radio Victoria, this is Boomer. We are currently located at Eagle Point Boat Ramp. Our destination is Seal Rocks. Our ETR at Eagle Point Boat Ramp is 1700 hours. We have 4 POB, over. All right, now a few things that often catch people. Do not give your logon details on channel 16. That is an instant fail. When you initiate your logon, indicate that you wish to log on. That saves a back and forth. If you don't, that's fine. But if in response to your initial call I say go ahead, I'm not saying go ahead and give me all your log-on information on channel 16. I'm saying what do you want? At which point you can say I wish to log on and I'll say go to channel 19. That is where you give your information. Now when you go to channel 19, usually I speak first just to make it easier, but if you speak first, make sure I'm there before you give your logon details. Don't just flick to 19 and download your logon. Make sure I'm there. Start each transmission with Marine Radio Victoria, this is Boomer, and end with over. Do not use your MMSI for logons. The MMSI is for emergencies only. And you can say channel 19 or 19, you can say 1700 hours or 1700 hours, whichever you prefer. Well, how can you go wrong? It's going to be worth going back over the 5 practical questions to make sure you've got them and practice your Mayday and log in a number of times before the exam. Remember, I'll show you the scenarios. You'll see them, but you cannot write your script down ahead of time. This is a closed book exam and you're expected to be able to make a Mayday following the proper procedure without a script, and you're expected to know how to log on without following a script as well. If you really do stuff it up, then I will correct you and give you another opportunity. You can have up to 3 goes if you need them, but after that, well, you probably need to go away and have another go. Well, once you've finished with me, you can assume that you've passed unless I've told you otherwise. So you can close down Zoom and AXcelerate and go and have a drink. And all you can do now is wait. The OMC has 15 working days to process your licence, and then there's the postal time on top of that. So don't expect it next week, and don't call me 15 days after the exam and say, where's my licence? For a start, I don't issue them, and it will take 15 days plus the postage. And if you need an MMSI, which most people do, remember they're not issued by the same people that issue your radio licence. For your MMSI, you need to go to AMSA at beacons.amsa.gov.au. Well, that is everything. I'll see you in the exam. Good luck. You've got this.